Following some major breaking news stories this morning in Sacramento and Modesto, but we begin with a deadly pursuit and crash in Modesto. Early this morning, a car slammed into a home on Tuxford Lane, killing 2 people inside that home.
KCRA3's Melanie Wingo was first on the scene and has now found out some pretty shocking details about what happened out there.
Yes, we do know that 2 people have died as a result of this pursuit and crash into a home. The 2 people who are dead are unfortunately people who were inside the home. Take a look behind me. You can see that major crash reconstruction investigators have just arrived at the scene, and they are beginning their work in earnest now that we have daylight hours that are helping their investigation. They're piecing together how all of this happened. But from what we understand, according to CHP, there was a pursuit that started around 1:20 this morning when a couple of CHP officers noticed a car speeding in the area. They pursued that vehicle. That vehicle ran a red light and then ultimately made its way into this quiet neighborhood where, according to CHP, it just wasn't able to negotiate this turn, and then that vehicle slammed into this home. The 2 people who were inside, according to CHP, are not the homeowners. The homeowners are out of state. They're making their way back here now in light of all of that has happened. So at this point, we don't have an identification or connection as to who the 2 people on the inside of the home are. The driver of the vehicle and the passenger, they are okay. They did walk away from this, but that driver is now under arrest for suspicion of driving under the influence and, of course, evading police, that sort of thing. As for what's happening out here at the scene, it will be quite some time as investigators work to piece together this crash, and then ultimately they'll need to pull the vehicle out of the home and recover the bodies, the victims in all of this. We spoke with CHP this morning, and here's what we learned about the incident.
Modesto Police Department was also here. They have camera footage, my understanding is, of the pursuit on city streets. So they'll work with us, will be a partner with us as well. And we have our multi-accident disciplinary investigation team, which is known as MATE for the California Patrol. When we have incidents this big, we contact them. They're the experts who come out and assist with the reconstruction of the crash.
And these are those experts referenced there from the CHP captain who spoke with us. They are piecing all of this together. And again, a very grim discovery when investigators initially arrived and realized that there were 2 people unresponsive on the inside of the home. We'll continue to track what that driver is going to be facing. But according to CHP, definitely they believe that person was under the influence when this crash happened. And of course, that person led officers on a chase that ended here in this deadly situation behind me. Reporting live in Modesto, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3.